everybody, good morning. Welcome to the wellness vlog. How are you today? I hope you're doing good. We're going to talk a little bit about emotional wellness today. Let me get a sip of water. Okay, we're going to talk a little bit about emotional wellness while I warm up for weight training. So you have 7 areas of wellness. You want to make sure that you're not neglecting an area. It's about looking at things from a holistic approach, so mind, body, spirit, and know that emotional wellness is your feelings. So think about the things that affect how you feel. Think about your stress levels and think about the things that nurture your soul, basically. And you'll know that as I talk about all these different areas of wellness, that they do kind of blend together, absolutely. So I'm just kind of sharing things that help me in my emotional state, and maybe they'll help you. So I'm doing a warm up here. So what I'm doing is I'm pushing my hand into my thigh, engaging the hip flexor, and at the same time, I'm pulling the core muscles in and kind of pinching the shoulder blades. So just trying to warm up in through the front of the hips, and then I'll warm up through the back of the hips as well with some squats. So I'm going to go into a squat. I'm going to drive those heels down, and I'm going to start small, and then I'll make it bigger with these air squats. And I'm going to drive through the heels and then come up. So like the first thing I did this morning is, make my coffee. But then after that, I did go and do a little bit of yin yoga, and that's yoga for the joints. It's so good for you. If you struggle with limited mobility and stiffness, consider doing yin yoga in the mornings. It's great. Even if I only have 10 minutes, I'll do a couple poses. So you're just holding the pose anywhere from 2 to 6 minutes. And it's really just about getting into that breath, feeling your breath, and only holding between a 4 out of 10 intensity. If you have arthritis, I would bump that down to a 2 out of 10. And just focus on your breath and find that stillness. And then I'm also going to add red light when I'm on my stomach here doing Sphinx pose, and just to get in a little skin health as well. Driving through my heels, going into a reverse lunge here, pushing off that back leg to come upright. So physical wellness for me, it really does it affects my mental state as well. So I do feel like I need to move my body in some ways every day. And I do like to hit strength training at least 3 times a week for me to build that strength, to build that muscle strength. And just knowing that I'm doing those good things for my body, that feeds into my emotional state. And because I'm a master esthetician, skin coach as well, I like to talk about skin health, and I'm going to have that be a little bit of this video as well. But know that healthy skin boosts confidence, but healthy skin does not mean perfect skin. You know, healthy skin does have wrinkles and age spots and all the things, but healthy skin is about really doing the protection against the sun, moisturizing and locking that moisture in, and maybe just doing a few extra, just little things. And this shouldn't take a lot of time, but just doing little things to help improve your skin. It just helps to boost that confidence. So that's what I'm saying. It's not perfect skin, it's healthy skin. All right, so I'm finishing off with a little bit of side lunges here, because our daily motions aren't just a forward motion. We want to make sure that we're getting those side motions in as well. All right, and now I'm going to go grab some weights, and we're going to go a little bit heavier here. Okay, so I'm going to go into some squats here with weights. So yeah, as I go through my week, I just want to kind of give you some things that I do for my emotional health, and take it or leave it with any of these things, okay? All right. So I'm pushing off this outside leg to come up. I'm driving my hip back and thinking the hip is going towards the back corner of the room, and then I lift up. So you'll feel a stretch through the inner thigh. You'll feel the glute. You'll feel the thigh. Okay, so my hair went up, but I just did some bridges upstairs, and I thought about the couch core workout that I just shared. You can add bridges with the couch. So you would start seated, abs in. And if you want to join me right now, go for it. I mean, we'll just do 1 minute, literally 1 minute. That's it. You can have your hands down on the ground to help kind of push you up, but you want to try to have your feet in as much as you can, drive through your heels. And you drive through your heels, the feet can be flat, and you have your knees and your feet about hip width or a little bit wider. And then from there, you squeeze your glutes, visualize it, squeeze your glutes to lift the hips up. And so you can have the arms down to kind of help you. You can pray. You can have the hands behind the head. That's usually what I do, just so I can slightly pinch my shoulder blades and then lift and come down, or you can just lift up and hold. So try to do 1 minute with me if you can. Now, as you're doing this, you want to think, if I were to come by and punch you in the stomach, you're still pulling the abs in, you're pulling your pelvic floor muscles kind of up and in, but think about squeezing the glutes as much as you can to lift up. So squeeze and down. Just make sure that it feels good, that the couch feels good to you. If you need to just lift up and hold here, do that. And you want to think, drive through the heels, squeeze your glutes, ribs are down, lengthen the sides of the waist, and feel the balance of both sides of the body. So feel like you are very rooted, very connected, and you're working the glutes. You're working a little bit of hamstrings, a little bit of low back at the same time. You're focusing on core stabilization. So it's just a great exercise. I think it's an exercise that everybody should do. So again, if you just want to be on the floor, if you want to be on the floor though, you're here, plant the arms down, lift the hips, and down. And you can do it that way too. So choose your level. If you want to stretch out through the hip, you can put your legs on top of the couch, or you could put your foot up against a wall, just back up a little bit if you want to do that way. Cross the ankle over the knee and feel both sides of the tailbone down, feel the tailbone rooted, lengthen the sides of the waist, shoulders kind of back and down. And if you don't have the hip flexibility to cross the ankle, well, you could back yourself up away from the couch, or you could just cross the ankle so that the knee opens that way. You could just take the leg out wider, like listen to your body and whatever you need, take it. So you could be here and then you could slowly walk that leg in. You can grab the leg. You could take the legs a little closer, wrap around both legs, but because of my hip replacements, I'm not doing that. I'm going to stay here though. And I'm trying to push my tailbone down, and I'm not trying to round through the back. I'm trying to keep my chest open the whole time. So then you would hold 20 to 30 seconds on each side. It's now a couple days later. I slept like total crap. So I'm going to focus on hydration for my skin. I have an extra 15 minutes, so why not do a little bit? So I'm trying to focus on skin health and cell health. So microcurrent, think it's boosting the energy of the cell, so it's helping the cells long term. So it's not an instant fix, it's just something I do a few times a week, and I only focus on the jowl and neck area. And then I'm gonna do a little bit of face massage. Again, anytime that you're doing face massage, you're increasing oxygen and blood flow to the skin, so it just kind of helps for a wake up. And then with your esthetician, you can do ultrasound. This is helping to push whatever serums we're using into the skin a little bit more. And then I'm finishing off with my finishing products, and I'm using a blend of Proline and over-the-counter products here. The two most important healthy aging skincare tips are to wash your face every single night and to wear your sunscreen every single day. SPF 30 plus sunscreen, wear it, and reapply every 2 hours that you're outside. I'm at Bellevue Botanical Garden. Happy vibes for sure with all the fun flowers and colors, so we'll go on a color walk. The pros are free, lots of color, you're going to spend time in nature, get some fresh air, all the things. The cons are definitely, it is popular. Holy smokes, is it popular? So you just have to go in with that mindset of have your own experience and know that there's going to be a lot of people. But We got this. All right, let's go. Happy Friday. I'm back at the falls, and they have an area where you can go down to the water. And this is a great time to just really take in nature, take in the sounds of the river, and to really focus in on your breath. And that's what I'm doing right here. And just know that emotional wellness, it is about finding little things that you can do consistently. And you know that sleep and quality sleep is number one on that list. And then again, it's just finding other things that work for you, whether it's spending time in nature, listening to music, paying it forward, positive self talk, relaxation, and mindfulness, and therapy, and unplugging, and journaling. And there's just so many things, spending time with quality friends and family. And anyway, I just hope you find things that work for you. And thank you so much for following along. And until next time, I hope you have a beautiful day.